Welcome back to my channel. The song, I Believe I Can Fly, has been considered by few people, if any would contest, that is by far the most inspirational song overall to emerge from the American music business in the previous 30 years, if not ever. Although the song sang and produced by R. Kelly was originally composed for the 1996 film Space Jam, which starred Michael Jordan and other NBA stars in a world of cartoons. It quickly made a dent in pop culture, becoming a global sensation and an inspirational anthem of sorts, played at different functions as a must-play inspirational ballad, including at President Barack Obama's inauguration. Space Jam is what is referred to as a live-action animated film. This means that it features real people acting alongside make-believe cartoon characters. And in this case, the real-life star of the movie was Michael Jordan. The film was the first to be produced by Warner Brothers, and the technical achievements of its intertwining of live action and animation were greatly praised. It was a box office success, grossing over $250 million worldwide to become the highest-grossing basketball film of all time and the 10th highest-grossing film of 1996. The film was big at the box office, but this song was even bigger, becoming an inspirational anthem often played at weddings and used in video tributes. I Believe I Can Fly quickly became an inspirational anthem, giving solace to so many around the world. The song plays at the beginning of the Space Jam film, when a young Jordan is training late at night in the opening scene. They discuss Michael's goals as his father arrives to fetch him inside, including his desire to play basketball at North Carolina, join the NBA and fly. Although Kelly has had 2 #1 songs on the pop chart, I Believe I Can Fly is his most successful single. It reached the #1 spot of the Billboard R&B singles chart and remained there for 6 non-consecutive weeks, keeping Toni Braxton's Unbreak My Heart from the top position of that chart for 4 of those weeks. Internationally, I Believe I Can Fly topped the charts in 8 different countries, including the Netherlands, New Zealand, the Republic of Ireland, and the United Kingdom. The song received a whopping 5 nominations at the 40th Annual Grammy Awards, winning Best Male R&B Vocal Performance, Best R&B Song and Best Song Written for Visual Media. Kelly has always bragged he used a method similar to the one he used to produce and write Michael Jackson's final #1 song You're Not Alone in 1995. While he worked on I Believe I Can Fly, noting that instead of the love-themed lyrics from that ballad, Kelly used an encouraging story of success and triumph in the song, with a choir supporting his passionate performance. The gospel-infused ballad helped Kelly reach a wider audience than his typical R&B fanbase at the time. It also quickly became his hallmark smash. Kelly has several times shared about his rather magical creative process for the I Believe I Can Fly song, saying, "When I met Michael Jordan on a basketball court at an athletic club, we hooped together in Chicago. He came to me and asked me if I wanted to do a song for his upcoming movie. I was like, yeah, I didn't even ask what it was. Eventually, he let me know what it was. We went to a screening to watch it. And that's what I ended up coming up with. I Believe I Can Fly. I knew from the first melody that was going to be the song that was going to take me out of R&B and into another genre of music." Kelly added that the Notorious Big came around while he was writing the song and immediately saw its hit potential. "I was in a hotel in a deep sleep. So I kind of dreamt that melody," he recalled. "I went down to the lobby and had the security unlock the piano because it was locked. I started messing around with 3-finger chords to give myself a guide with a melody. I had a lot of do's before I actually wrote what it is. But after spending 2 hours at that piano, watching a whole lot of women and men coming in back and forth, I had a clear direction for the song's melody. By the time Biggie came into the hotel, it was like 2 hours later, I had just about 4 lines of the chorus. But when I sang them for him, he was like, 'Oh, that's a big hit, son.' And it ended up being exactly that." Kelly co-directed the music video with Hype Williams. For most of the clip, Kelly sings in a cornfield, but he eventually meets a choir in an auditorium. Scenes from Space Jam are also shown on a screen in the background. It is more about the message that comes out from the song lyrics that captured people's hearts all across the globe. R. Kelly introduces the song by recalling a day when he was so depressed that he was essentially ready to give up on life. But he also learned the meaning of genuine love along the road. Although the meaning of that particular sentence is not made very clear, it would seem from the sentence that follows that Kelly eventually learned to put his faith more in God than in his surroundings. And the confidence in himself also rose as a result of this realization. And so it is with the second verse, with this song actually sounding a little more philosophical, pointing out that whereas one may believe in a higher power, they also want to understand that they must put conscientious effort into realizing their dreams. How profound. Well, it is often alleged that the term fly was likely introduced to the song due to the Space Jam connection to Michael Air Jordan. But of course, as is characteristic of all creative minds, the titular flying would not be of the literal variety. Rather, as often explained by Kelly himself, it emphasizes our individual capacity to strive to accomplish something great, similar to Mike Jordan or R. Kelly himself. And the film itself was actually focused on the idea of triumphing against what may seem to be insurmountable difficulties. Well, this is a message R. Kelly could use at this point in his life, even before his current troubles. One thing that we all know Robert believes in most specifically, is his ability to fly, which once again, is a metaphorical statement. But indeed, when he says in the song that he can touch the sky, that would likely be a reference to a belief that he can achieve whatever it is he can imagine. And at this critical point, that's his freedom that has been so selfishly stolen away from him, although that won't be the case for much longer. And when he sings of spreading his wings and flying away, that would be the aforementioned effort, as well as an expression of the desire to overcome his current rather less than fulfilling circumstances. And what this all ultimately boils down to, as relayed in the bridge, is the fact of R. Kelly having full belief in himself, as we all ought to. The thoughts and analogies mentioned in his lyrics may not seem particularly distinctive on paper, more so when compared to other songs with a similar theme. However, as already mentioned, R. Kelly's delivery is what really gives this song life, making you feel as though you could literally fly each time you listen to the amazing ballad. R. Kelly has also noted on numerous accounts how he was highly motivated to make a song that actually edified Space Jam, which he apparently saw as some type of righteous project. And at the end of the day, this track miraculously proved even bigger than the film itself. That's all we had for you today. Please let us know in the comment section below what runs through your soul each time you listen to the inspiration ballad. I Believe I Can Fly. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe this channel and leave a comment below.